Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Off Campus. Please subscribe our channel Off Campus and click on the bell icon also, then only you will receive notification whenever we upload videos. In this video we are going to see some 50 most important MCQs in communication system. This is the most repeated questions in all competitive exams, okay, both central and state competitive exams. We'll start the video. First, an AM demodulator can be implemented with a linear multiplier followed by a dash filter. Four different options are given. It is option A, low pass filter. An AM demodulator can be implemented with a linear multiplier followed by a low pass filter. Then 2. The intermediate frequency in a standard AM receiver is, what is the intermediate frequency for a standard AM receiver? This is very important and also mostly repeated questions, okay. Answer is B, 455 kilohertz. The intermediate frequency in a standard AM receiver is nothing but 455 kilohertz. 3. In order for a light ray to propagate along a fiber optic cable, what must the relationship between the angle of incidence and the critical angle? Angle of incidence is nothing but theta I, critical angle is nothing but theta C. In order for a light ray to propagate along a fiber optic cable, the angle of incidence should be greater than the critical angle. So, option A, theta I greater than theta C. Number 4. Light ray may be propagated along a fiber optic cable in which of the following modes? Multimode step index, single mode step index, multimode graded index, all of the above. Light may be propagated along a fiber optic cable in which of the following modes? All of the modes. So, all of the above is the right option. 5. In AM, the carrier is changed by a modulating signal. Okay, what parameter of the carrier is changed? Whether it is amplitude, frequency, pulse width, phase. In AM, in a question itself we have an answer. In AM is nothing but amplitude modulation. So, amplitude of the carrier wave is changed according to the message signal or modulating signal. So, amplitude is the right answer. 6. The output spectrum of a dash modulator includes upper side and lower side frequencies and the carrier frequency. Which output spectrum of a dash modulator? So, balanced modulator, standard amplitude, all of the none. So, includes it is a standard amplitude. In standard amplitude only it includes carrier frequencies and upper sideband and lower sideband frequencies. So, it is option B, standard amplitude. Question number 7. Amplitude modulation is a dash process. Multiplication, division, sum or difference, none. Amplitude modulation is a multiplication process. Okay. 8. The speed of data transmission in 4G network of a telecom is, 4 different options given. The speed of 4G network is up to 100 Mbps to 1 Gbps bits per second. Okay, 100 to 1 gigabit per second. 9. The frequency range for satellite communication varies from, for satellite communication the frequency range should be higher. It varies up to 1 GHz to 30 GHz, 1 to 30 GHz. 10. A cordless telephone using separate frequencies for transmission in base and portable units is known as duplex arrangement, half duplex arrangement, either A or B, neither A nor B. So, cordless telephone is nothing but which arrangement? Half duplex arrangement. This is for duplex arrangement. Example is nothing but cordless telephone. So, option A is the right option. Duplex arrangement is nothing but it can be both transmit and receive but not at the same time. Okay, this is very important. Both can transmit and receive as well, but not at the same time. So, the well known example is nothing for duplex arrangement is nothing but cordless telephone. Then 11. For attenuation of high frequencies we should use shunt capacitance, series capacitance, inductance and resistance. For attenuation of high frequencies, we should use shunt capacitance. A modem is classified as low speed if data is rate handled is 4 different options are given. When a modem is classified as a low speed, if the data rate up to 600 bits per second, up to 600 bps. 13. BSB modulation is preferred in TV because it reduces the bandwidth requirement to half. It reduces bandwidth requirement to half. So, BSB modulation is preferred in TV. Okay. 14. A woofer should be fed from the input through a low pass filter. A woofer should be fed from the input through a low pass filter. 15. The color subcarrier and sidebands produced by its modulation with the chrominance signals are accommodated in the standard channel width by the process of frequency interleaving. Option B, frequency interleaving is the right option. 16. An FM signal with a modulation index MF is passed through a frequency tripler. Modulation index MF is passed through a frequency tripler. The wave in the output of the tripler will have a modulation index of, so in an FM signal which is modulation is nothing but index is nothing but MF, it is passed through a frequency tripler. In the question itself we have an answer, it is passed through a frequency tripler. So the wave in the output of the tripler will have a modulation index of 3 into MF. Tripler means multiplied by 3. So, 3 into MF, the output have 3 MF. Okay. Question number 17. In color TV receiver, the varactor diode is used for tuning purpose. Okay. In color TV receiver, the varactor diode is used for tuning. 18. Energy content of atmospheric noise decreases as frequency is increased. Energy content of atmospheric noise decreases as frequency is increased. Option B. Then 19. A 400 watt carrier is amplitude modulated with M equal to 0.75. The total power in AM is, what is the total power? PT equal to PC into 1 plus M squared by 2. So, this is the formula to find out the total power in the AM. So, PC is given as, this is PC, 400 watt carrier power, right? So, substitute 400 here into 1 plus M. M is nothing but modulation index. So, M is 0.5 the whole square divided by 2. By simplifying we will get around 512 watt. Option B, 512 watt is the right option. 20. Non-coherently detection is not possible for PSK. Non-coherently detection is not possible for PSK. 21. Which of the following is the indirect way of FM generation? This is also very important on frequently asked question. This is, which of the following is indirect way of FM generation? Is nothing but Armstrong modulator. Armstrong modulator is the indirect way of generating FM. 22. The velocity of sound waves in air. So, this is the formula for velocity of the sound wave. So, is equal to square root of gamma RT, where gamma is ratio of specific heat, R is nothing but gas constant, T is temperature. So, it is related, see in the options it is related to temperatures, all temperatures. So, velocity of sound waves varies directly as square root of the absolute temperatures. Velocity of sound waves varies directly, direct relation no, varies directly as square root of absolute temperature. Option D is the right option. 23. An earth mat for a communication tower consists of 4 different options are given. Earth mat for communication tower consists of a large number of radials extending from base of tower at a depth of about 30 centimeter. A large number of radials extending from base of tower at a depth of about 30 centimeter is the right option. 24. The rate at which information can be carried through a communication channel depends on rate. Rate means depends on the bandwidth. Option B, bandwidth is the right option. Then 25. A carrier is simultaneously modulated by two sine waves having modulation indices of 0.4 and 0.3. The total modulation index will be, so carrier is modulated by two sine waves. So M1 equal to 0.4 modulation index. So modulation is then M2. We need to find out the total modulation index will be. So total modulation index MT is nothing but square root of M1 square plus M2 square. So square root of 0.4 the whole square plus 0.3 the whole square, 0.16 plus 0.9 or 09, 0.09. So we will get around 0.25 is equal to MT equal to 5, sorry 0.5, right, this one. So MT equal to 0.5 is the right option. So this is the formula, square root of M1 square plus M2 square. And question number 26, frequency shift keying is mostly used in option A, telegraphy, option B, telephony, satellite option B, telephony, option C, satellite communication, option D, radio transmission. So frequency shift keying is mostly used in option A, telegraphy is the right option. Then move on to the question number 27. It is desired that transmission line and load should match with for a range of frequencies. The best method is used to 4 different options are given. What are all the 4 different options? We'll see. To use a balloon, to use a single stub of adjustable position, to use a double stub, to use a broadband amplifier. So it is desired that transmission line and a load should match for a range of frequencies. The best method is used to use a double stub. So option C, double stub is the right option. Then question number 28. Signal to noise ratio of microphone is defined as the ratio of output when the sound pressure is dash to the output in the absence of any sound signal. So 4 different options are given. So signal to noise ratio of microphone is defined as the ratio of output when the sound pressure is 0.1 Pascal to the output in the absence of any sound signal. So the answer is 0.1 Pascal. Hint, 0.1 Pascal or equivalent term is 0.5 into 10 power minus 4 watt per meter squared is taken as standard sound pressure for defining signal to noise ratio of microphones. So then move on to the question number 29. Which of the following is taken as reference antenna for directive gain? Half wave dipole, elementary doublet, isotropic, infinitesimal dipole. So which of the following is taken as reference antenna for directive gain is nothing but reference antenna is nothing but option C, isotropic is the right option. Question number 30. Counterpoise is used in coils having high resistivity, low resistivity, medium resistivity, all of this. Counterpoise is used in coils having option A, high resistivity. Question number 31. Which of the following types of noise assumes greater importance at high frequencies? So 4 different types of noise are given. So which one has which types of noise assumes greater importance at high frequency? At higher frequencies it is transit time noise. Okay, this one. Which of the following types of noise assumes greater importance at high frequencies? 4 different options are given. It is transit time noise is the right option. Then question number 32. In transistor radio receivers, the number of IF amplifier stages in radio receivers is nothing but option 2. Option 2 is the right option. Then we'll move. Question number 33. If each short element of signal occupies 20 milliseconds, the speed is, we need to find out the speed of the given signal, short element of signal. What is the time given as? 20 millisecond. 20 millisecond is given. How can we find out the speed of the given signal? Is nothing but the reciprocal of the given signal. Speed is nothing but 1 by time, right? 1 by 20 millisecond. 1 by 20 into 10 power minus 3 equal to 50 bauds. So option B, 50 bauds is the right option for this question. Then 34. Consider the following statements about Yagi-Uda antenna. So 4 different statement is given. We should correct which of the above are correct. Okay. Unidirectional, its gain is about 7 dB. It is used here at VLF. The optimum separation is 0.11. So for Yagi-Uda antenna, it is unidirectional and its gain is about 7 dB. The optimum separation is 0.11. So the statement 1, 2, 4 only is correct. Question number 35. Fields are said to be circularly polarized if their magnitude or fields are, when it is said to be circularly polarized, if their magnitude should be equal but they differ in phase by plus or minus 90 degrees. So fields are said to be circularly polarized if their magnitudes are equal but they differ in phase by plus or minus 90 degrees. Okay. Option B is the right option. 36. To ensure good transient response in audio systems, the natural frequencies should be above 15 kilohertz. Okay. Option C, above 15 kilohertz is the right option. 37. An AM signal and a narrowband FM signal with identical carriers, modulating signals and modulation index of 0.1 are added together. The resultant signal can be closely approximated by 4 different options are given. First, we will see what is given in the problem. So, an AM signal and a narrowband FM signal with identical carriers. So, carrier signal for both are same and modulating signal also same with identical carriers, modulating signals and modulation all are same for AM and FM. So, both are added together. The resultant signal can be closely, we should calculate the resultant signal which is closely equal to, we will find. So, what is the standard expression for AM signal? So, it is a message signal plus adding carrier signal. So, AC cos 2 pi FCT plus mu AC by 2 cos 2 pi of FC plus FM into T plus mu AC by 2 cos of 2 pi FC minus FM into T. So, this is carrier, this is upper sideband, this is lower sideband. Okay. Then narrowband FM signal. What is the general expression for narrowband FM signal? Is nothing but the same thing. What is narrowband FM signal and AM signal is same standard expression, which one is different is nothing but it has negative lower sideband. Narrowband FM signal has negative lower sideband, otherwise it is same as AM only. Okay, we will see AC cos of 2 pi FCT plus modulation index for narrowband signal, it may be beta, let it be beta AC by 2 cos of 2 pi of FC plus FMT minus, it has negative lower sideband now, so minus beta AC by 2 cos 2 pi of FC minus FM into T. Okay. So, what is given? Identical carrier also same, modulating signal also same, and modulation index value is 0.1. So, for mu is a modulation of 0.1 and 0.1, here also this is also 0.1, which means that it is nothing but mu equal to beta equal to 0.1. Okay, what this is given in the problem. So, it is added together. So, when we adding these two equation, what we will get? AC plus AC 2 AC cos of 2 pi FCT. Then, when we adding these two, substitute modulation index, the same modulation index only said, then 2 into 0.1 AC by 2, okay, these two substituting modulation index, we will get 0.1 AC by 2 and 0.1 AC by 2, then 0.1 AC by 2 into cos of this one, these and these, okay, upper sidebands 2 pi into FC plus FM into T. Then adding lower sideband, this get cancelled, right, plus minus 0.1 is same, when we substitute 0.1 we will get 0.1 AC by 2 plus 0.1 AC by 2 and minus these two will get cancelled. So, see, it is nothing but see 2 into AC cos 2 pi FCT into like beta AC by 2 or beta AC, see, we will see. So, this is the carrier signal, this is the resultant signal. So, this is the carrier, this is the upper sideband, only one sideband. So, upper sideband. So, it is equal to single sideband with carrier, right. This resultant signal is equal to only one sideband is having, so single sideband with carrier signal. So, option is single sideband with carrier. Option B is the right option for this problem. Then we will move 38. The equation V of t equal to A cos of omega ct plus phi of t, where A and omega c are constant and phi of t is a function of base signal, represents, this is nothing but phase modulation, angle modulation, frequency modulation. This is nothing but angle modulation. Angle modulation includes phase and frequency modulation. So, 1, 3, 4 and correct. Okay. 39. An FM signal with deviation del is passed through mixer. Its frequency reduced to 5-fold. So, deviation in the output of mixer is nothing but 4 different options are given. It is passed through a mixer having del and it is reduced to 5-fold. So, the deviation in the output of mixer is del only, because deviation is not affected by mixer. So, in the output also we will have the deviation as 5 only. Option B, 5 is the right option. Then the total number of channels allotted for cellular telephone is 666. Option A, 666 is the right option. So, hence cellular telephones have been assigned to 666 channels. So, bandwidth 826 to 845 megahertz and 870 to 890 megahertz. Each channel has a width of 30 kilohertz. So, total number of channels allotted for cellular telephone is 666. Okay. 41. The bandwidth of DSB suppressed carrier modulation system when the modulating frequency varies between 500 Hz to 5 kHz. So, modulation frequencies, we need to find out the bandwidth of the DSB-SC signal. So, what is the bandwidth? Is nothing but 2 FM. Here range of frequency is given. So, one is in hertz and another one is given in kilohertz. We will option C, the option will be in kilohertz. So, we will change this to kilohertz as 0.5 kilohertz and 5 kilohertz, right? This is F1 and F2. So, what is the difference? FM nothing but F2 minus F1, 0.5 minus 0.5, 4.5 kilohertz. So, bandwidth is nothing but 2 into FM, 2 into 4.5 kilohertz is nothing but 9.09 kilohertz. So, it is bandwidth. Bandwidth is nothing but 9 kilohertz. So, option D, 9 kilohertz is the right option. Question number 42. The filter circuit for feeding a woofer has an inductance in series and a capacitance in parallel. The filter circuit for feeding a woofer has an inductance in series and a capacitance in parallel. Option A is the right option. Then question number 43. The ionosphere including incidence angle is 60 degree. The maximum usable frequency of FM is equal to maximum usable frequency of maximum usable, not FM, maximal usable frequency FM is equal to 2FC. So, 2FC is the right option for this problem. So, option A, 2FC is the right option. Question number 44. The number of channels available in MF band, mid frequency band, is 300 kHz to 3 MHz for AM modulating signal of 20 kHz is. So, we need to find out the number of channels available in mid frequency band. Okay. See, what is the frequency range is given? 300 kHz to 3 MHz. So, 3000 kHz. 3000 kHz minus 300 kHz equal to 2700 kHz. It is the bandwidth, right? Then FM, this is the maximum frequency FM. So, bandwidth of each channel in AM modulating signal is given. So, bandwidth of AM is nothing but 2 into FM. From the frequency range, we need to find out the FM value, maximum frequency, maximum message signal bandwidth by subtracting these two. 3000 kHz minus 300, we will get 2700. So, bandwidth is nothing but 2 into FM. So, 2 into this one, what we will get around sorry, this is not FM, mid frequency band. So, mid frequency band, okay, the range, frequency space available. Then this is the FM. AM modulating signal is nothing but FM. For modulating signal, this FM is nothing but 2 into FM, 2 into 20, 40 kHz. 40 kHz is the bandwidth. So, we need to find out the number of channels. So, this thing 2700 divided by 40, all are in kilohertz only. So, no problem. By dividing this, we will get around 67.5, exactly 67. So, B, 67 is the right option for this question. Then question number 45. The receiver of a pulsed radar signal, can detect signal power in the order of 4 different options are given. Option D, 10 power minus 2 watt is the right answer. The receiver of a pulsed radar can detect signal power in the order of 10 power minus 12 watt. Then consider the following. 46. Generation of SSB signal, design of minimum phase type filter, representation of bandpass signal. Which of the above application is Hilbert transform used? Hilbert transform is used for generation of SSB signal, design of minimum phase type filter, representation of bandpass signal. So option B, 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Okay. All of the applications are used in Hilbert transform. Okay. By using Hilbert transform, we can achieve this. 47. Consider the following statements about loop antenna. It is suitable for direction finding application. It is a single turn or multi-turn coil carrying RF current. The loop is surrounded by a magnetic field everywhere perpendicular to the loop. Which of the above statements are correct? So, 3 different statements are given. For loop antenna, it is suitable for direction finding application and it is a single turn or multi-turn coil carrying RF current. The loop is surrounded by a magnetic field everywhere perpendicular to the loop. So, all of the statements 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Option C, 1, 2, 3. Question number 48. Which of the following is present in both TRF? TRF is nothing but tuned radio frequency receiver and super heterodyne receiver. So, this is the AM receiver. So, which of the following is present in both TRF and super heterodyne receiver? So, tuned radio, 4 different options are given. We will see detector, mixer, amplifier, local oscillator. So, in both of the receiver method, the detector is present. Otherwise, these mixer, IF amplifier and local oscillator is present in the super heterodyne receiver only. Okay. In both of the receivers, which one is present? Option A, detector is the right option. Question number 49. The number of channels in a stereophonic system is 2. Option C, 2 is the right option. The number of channels in a stereophonic system is 2. This is the last and final question in this session. Question number 50. Consider the following reasons for using antenna coupler. So, what is the reason for using the antenna coupler? So, 3 different options are given. To prevent illegal radiation of spurious frequencies, to tune out reactive components of antenna impedance, to have correct value of load impedance for transmitter. So, option 1, 2 and 3, to prevent illegal radiation of spurious frequencies, to tune out reactive components of antenna impedance, to have correct value of load impedance for transmitter. Okay. Which of the above are correct? So, option 1, 2 and 3 all correct. Okay. We will end the video up to this. Please subscribe our channel Off Campus and click on the bell icon. We have posted many videos under ECE and engineering mathematics. If you haven't seen those videos, still kindly check with the playlist. Thanks for watching.